Why you no go experience the highest private wealth growth rate at 75% in the next decade? Why? You go do like you go experience, because everybody they carry their money, they come. And that will make them the fourth fastest growing country globally in millionaire growth percentage. Now this one going be the concern. The concern be say resources now in the move. In as much as you're free to do what you like and run your business how you like, resources now they come out from the African continent. Resources they come out from Nigeria, they come out from everywhere, they go other places. And we suppose they attract resources instead of allowing resources to go. We suppose they attract them. We suppose they attract resources, they attract investment, they attract money, they attract human resources, human being too. Now, what do we suppose they attract? Instead of today allow them, they go. That's not the concern. So, and every stakeholder they involve, the high net worth individuals, they involve, the governments they involve, everybody they involved get one or two things to do to keep our resources inside of Africa, to concentrate our energy for inside of Africa, so that make your home front strong. Nobody say make you no go invest anywhere. It's allowed. It's a free world. You can invest in any part of the world, but make sure say you self pay attention to your home front, because now so they talk say when wealth reach house, wealth will reach house, or prosperity will reach house. Now in they explain, they explain. You go explain itself. They talk loud. With prosperity will reach house. They talk loud. So now all those things we want make we check them and make we understand them. Now what's in them church mind this morning based on reports by the magazine called The Citizen, a Tanzanian magazine, and they bring this reports come outside and I myself jump on them. And so make I share them. Now what's in them in mind this morning? Check your time. 7 minutes before 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock we go check waiting paper to talk this morning. Just let it come back. Make I drink some more water, so that if I come back, we go start to the reason one or two things. They call me the chief priest this morning. On a good morning.
I hear the sound around good there. Now accident. He voice so loud, he don't care, and he overconfident. If you see this driver, you gon' know, he don't hide. Down for wait for the one with jump person, no person come by. I beg oh, make you no drink and drive. And stay up the roads. One of the things where they cause accidents for our road driver. Why? Because you high, person don't die.
We teach girls shame. Close your legs, cover yourself. We make them feel as though by being born female, they're already guilty of something.
So I think right now we have the chance to be heard, and that's why we're doing it. We're all doing it because we're asking, trying to change.
No woman should sit down and allow a man to speak about her reproductive rights.
But it is about opening spaces for other women, and not to be seen as token, and that because I'm a woman, I'm only speaking about women at the table. No, I'm speaking about side of the table that is empty, and the women have to be there. So
I want us to leave this world better than we found it. And how I choose to affect change is by speaking up, by being the first, and by being the dominant.
Over 4 billion of the world's population are girls and women, also faced with challenges that affect our world and contributing solutions to them. Let's have conversations and get some answers to them through their eyes and voices. Tune in to Perspectives, where we discuss important issues ranging from climate change, politics, health, the economy, and lifestyle on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Weekdays from midday. Perspectives. Conversations that matter.
Cover yourself.
The grass is greener on the other side. That's what I thought before I took the ride. I burned my bridges so I'd never look back. But if I had known the life I was searching for was looking me right in the eye, oh. If I had known the life I was searching for was already my own. Nothing but on you. I didn't know I already had the answers. No, I didn't know. But if I had known the life I was searching for was looking me right in the eye. Oh, if I had known the life I was searching for was already my own.
Special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. If Nigeria go better, now your hand is there. If Nigeria go better, now my hand is there. Make we join us together, make Nigeria for better.
right, to sharp. Check your time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes past 7 o'clock. You're there on top of Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. Now there you did this morning, and we did check them one by one with the move. All the things that we timetable this morning, we collect them one by one. All right, I tell you, see, when on the other side of 7 o'clock, we go start to the check waiting paper talk, and now the time to put a torchlight on top of all the newspapers them way they here this morning to check them to see waiting then they talk. The Guardian day there, the Business day here, Daily Trust day for this side, the Punch day here, the Nation day here, the Daily Times day here too. We go check them one by one, make we see waiting then they talk for the matter. All right, so waiting paper they talk this morning on top Super Citizen at Sunrise for Citizen FM 93.7. They call me the Chief Priest. The Guardian this morning, the big headline for the Guardian newspaper, where would they see? They say the big headline, in fact, the picture self, not the big story, the big headline, the big picture. You go see the picture of ports and ships and containers where they the ships and a picture of ports. All right, where they on top of the cover of Guardian newspaper this morning. Then the big headline where they say neighbors feed fat on Nigeria's poorly funded insufficient seaports. Neighbors feed fat on Nigeria's poorly funded insufficient seaports. No be small matter. Poorly funded insufficient seaport. So the neighbors them go, the neighboring countries them. Now this particular report they talk about the kind of funding and support where our seaports they get and the implication, because now, according by waiting in the talk for the Guardian, there's local ports, they get like 2 billion naira budgetary allocations in 8 years. Now, waiting local ports for the country don't get 2 billion budgetary allocation in 8 years. And then the NPA boss on the own side, he said the ports, they recover. The current reforms where they don't put on ground, they help the ports them to recover. But if you check, according by the report here, the government have been done talk for the Guardian, and they talk say the report when it be say the promise rather when it be say this particular administration don't make to the Nigerian maritime sector, including the ports, to arrange everything there, check the infrastructure. In fact, tidy the infrastructure to global standard. Make everything make sense. And of course, to put more attention there to create incentive that to give people, when anybody will call invest something, make it benefit something. They call them incentivized investment, and make people come invest, and then incentives to encourage people to invest. All of those things that the promises. But then, according by this report, President Muhammadu Buhari administration, it don't finish so. Now, many challenges is still there at port area, from the roads, facilities, road network to lead to the facility, different things where they face the ports for inside of the country. Now, this one can cause Togolese ports, ports for Benin Republic, ports for Ghana. Now be the better option where people they follow, according by the report. Now people go come they follow those ports to move things. Even if you want to move things come for inside of Nigeria, they go move things to those ports and close ports where they close to the region, so that you can now move your things by road or through other means inside your own country. Now that one, the implication obviously they're obvious. You get economic implication, because all those neighboring countries, according by how the headline talk, and all those neighboring countries now they come they feed fat. So they feed fat on Nigeria's poorly funded, insufficient seaport. So, well, now so the thing go. It on top of Guardian this morning. I know say the government will need to pay more attention for that one, so that and of course even the private sector, everybody gets put on for there, because the challenges where they involved for that port, the challenges where they deport, most of those challenges, the private sector too, or the private businesses then get role to play for there. All right, so all of them they there for inside of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt slowing regional growth. Now, so World Bank talk. It on top of Guardian. They say Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt. Say now then they slow down regional growth according to World Bank. Now their own observation. Now be that one. Now when they see the other ones, they say INEC and imperative of financial accountability. Now editorial, now the Guardian editorial with that one. He did there. Then we see opposition parties plot to produce reps speaker. So opposition parties now they reason and say they want to replay the scenario of 2015. What happened for the Senate? Maybe they want to replay something like that for the House. Because for 2015, that's not how they regroup, produce an opposition deputy Senate president. So, whether we will see something like that for the House of Rep for the 10th Assembly, whether we will see something like that, we will observe, we could check them. But according by the headline, they say opposition parties now they plot on how them go produce the reps speaker, that's the speaker of the House of Rep. Now, the only way they will do it now, all of them go team up now. So, we're going to see how that one going to be. We're going to observe. Afenifere, Igbo leaders tackle Mohammed over treason, polls claims. Afenifere and Igbo leaders, they tackle Lai Mohammed on top of some of the things when they talk. He did the news from yesterday. All right, that one day there. Then we see Business Day newspaper this morning, Lekki. They say Lekki risks being new Apapa on port refinery. Of course, the Lekki deep sea port there, and all the other the attention where Lekki they get in terms of investment. I believe saying within this particular headline they talk about today. Therefore, instead of Business Day, banks deposits with CBN drops 95.82% on Naira redesign. So money self where banks they deposit. Well, the money now. So they say themselves the money where they deposit for CBN, so it don't drop. Okay. Subsidy removal in a fix as refineries miss repair deadline. That one day there. Well, the deadline for the repairs of the refineries. Many people don't talk and say refineries not the way to go. Not the way to go. Many people don't they talk am. Now the way to go if we must say subsidy. Now the way to go say okay, refineries the work. All right. So I don't know how you go take B, but now something when it be say they need to pay attention to. So that one day there, all of them did for instead of Business Day this morning. On to the next one with a check. I'm Daily Trust Day here. If you check the time now, 9 minutes past 7 o'clock. Now Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. Now there you day this morning, and with a check waiting paper they talk. Now, what will they check this morning? Will they check them one by one? We did on top of Daily Trust this morning. On top of Daily Trust, the big headline. Still, they talk about what did happen. The National Assembly leadership there. They say scheming as 16 aspirants push for zoning. Open contest. That one day there. Scheming as 16 aspirants push for zoning. Open contest. It there, the big headline this morning. Then with the city riders, Southern lawmakers want Senate presidency zoned to region. So make the zone Senate presidency to South. Allow us to choose our presiding officers. Ndume. Now they talk so. I'm ready to sacrifice my ambition for a Southern Christian. Musa. That one day there. No special committee on zoning. Then according by APC, all of them now they write the headlines. We follow the big headline on top of Daily Trust this morning. Then we see the other headlines for Daily Trust where we see HIV, AIDS, FG prohibits discrimination at workplaces. Yes, that one now so it's supposed to be normally. Now so it's supposed to be. You don't even need to wait for FG to prohibit discrimination at workplaces before you go prohibit them by yourself. Because people living with HIV and AIDS, now people. And I don't know why they say people living with, they be people first. So if you say discrimination, I don't think say their health condition don't deprive them of their rights to work and their rights to be treated right. I don't think so. So now very good one, and I believe say in fact federal government, without federal government's prohibition, now something where we supposed to know in the spirit of decency and fairness and modesty, we suppose know I'm on our own. Say nothing like say want to discriminate against person living with HIV and AIDS, especially for where the person they hustle. What do you want me to go do now? That one day there for Daily Trust, all of them day there. They would see Kogi attacks, 10 people killed, 50 houses razed, according to witness. 10 people killed, for inside of Kogi State there. Well, that one day there. FG slams Western nations for funding IPOB. Federal government, they change them because most of the proscribed groups, most of the attack groups where they wreak havoc, where they cause problem, most of those groups, like somebody said yesterday, I think Marksman or so, or Kennedy or so, somebody talking yesterday, most of those groups, they get funding. And to always keep attacking the group, why don't you do something about the people where they fund them? So I believe, say, in that line, federal government, they slam Western nations where they fund IPOBs, because if without funding, a funding be the lifeline. Without funding, it go there easy to decimate some of these groups or some of these groups where they disturb or where they worry. And I'm not talking about any particular group, but they talk about the entire the whole thing where concern tension, terrorism, banditry, all of them, the same thing, the same formula. All right, to look for and do something about the sponsors or the funders. And that's not one way to still fight them. All right, so that one day there. Subsidy removal. FG secures $800 million World Bank loan for palliatives. Subsidy removal. Federal government secures $800 million World Bank loan for palliatives. Wow. Well, these palliatives, we need to know explicitly, precisely, But then, $800 million World Bank loan for palliatives. And I wonder whether if now the money, if they try put them into the refinery repairs, whether it no go there enough. Maybe it no go there enough. I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't be expert for that area. I don't know how much it will cost to fix those refineries or to repair them or to even start to build new one. I don't know how much it will cost. But $800 million World Bank loan for palliatives on top of subsidy removal. Is there on top here? On top of Daily Trust, I don't know how you see that one. That one day there. Then we see which other headline there for here? With a check them. Selfishness cost APC's defeat in Kano. Now Adamu they talk so. Saying as selfishness now make them defeat APC for inside of Kano. NNPC failed to account for 102 billion naira oil delivery on refineries. That one, according to report, 1.1 billion naira for each varsity as Buhari approves 320 billion naira intervention funds. That one said, a day here on top of Daily Trust this morning, all of them one by one. We they go there on to the next one, the Punch. This morning, the big headline for the Punch today, April 6. Waiting paper they talk on top of Citizen FM. We they check the newspapers and we they review the newspapers. Yourself with it here. Very soon we will open the phone lines. Make we hear from you. All right. That one day, the Punch newspaper this morning. The big headline. It talk to say new House leadership. Opposition reps elect plot to upstage APC. Say opposition reps elect. The reps elect from the opposition camp. They done the plots to upstage APC. That one day there. The riders will follow that one. They say opposition reps elect meet, form greater majority block to tackle APC. All right. And that's waiting I've been they think about. Say, okay, maybe they go form greater majority block. So all of the opposition, all of them go join together, decide who they go bring as their candidate. Well, make we see how that one will play out. Say opposition reps meet, form greater majority block to tackle APC. That one day there. Group warns members against APC infiltration, targets key house positions. So that particular coalition, they don't want themselves say make APC no infiltrate also. And then of course they want themselves, they target say they go collect some key house position, the speaker, the deputy speaker, all of those key positions, principal positions for inside of the House of Reps there, then they target them. Then according by the report from the Punch newspaper here, be warned, 2015 Saraki Dogara actions won't be allowed. APC, they tell their own reps elect, say, make una day careful. The thing what happened for 2015 when it be say our own party people work with opposition to produce some principal officers, say it will not be allowed this time. Make una dey careful. Then APC, they tell their reps elect, say this thing now where they happen now, we be say opposition they plan one or two, how they want bring their own candidate, make on self their agile. We know one go just cut deal, negotiate with them, then allow their own person, that the candidate of the opposition, to emerge. So that according to how APC they tell their reps elect. That one day, all of them there for inside of the Punch newspaper this morning. Then with the CM Ekweremadu, Obasanjo begs UK court for leniency. Chai. One of these days, maybe we go sit down on top of this Ekweremadu matter. Maybe soon, maybe by next week, we will sit down on top of this Ekweremadu matter. Make we check them, because many things there to point out, and many things there to learn, many things there to unlearn. You understand? As we learn, we unlearn, because some things where they do for here, if it no work for another side. You understand? If you know what for another side. Like I said, one day we'll point touchlight for this matter. We'll go check them well. But then a very sad one, Idadia. But Obasanjo don't write UK court for leniency. Don't write, say, make them tamper justice with mercy. I beg. Obasanjo, they write UK court. That one day there for inside of the Punch newspaper this morning. Fresh promissory notes, rising national debt management office. Then they talk that one. They say fresh promissory notes them. It rise the national debt. That one day there. FG borrowings, $800 million for mass transit cash transfers. Okay, the Punch don't explain some of those palliatives, because when they say $800 million, say they want to use $800 million for palliatives, and you're going to wonder waiting with the palliatives. Now, according to Punch newspaper, it says the palliatives include cash transfer. Now, I don't know what is a cash transfer to? Is it to everybody? But the cash transfer there, then mass transit. So they could create some kind of mass transit, normal buses. Somebody mentioned this thing sometime here for the radio. Say something like waiting Tinubu do with LAC bus for Lagos, then Fashola come with BRT bus too for the same Lagos. All of those mass transit to solve traffic problem and provide. So I don't want to say subsidize, because now subsidy itself would they try subsidize. So. So, but to provide transport when you go to tier pockets and to have software. So all of those things, maybe that model, maybe now to recreate that model across the country. Maybe now waiting this mass transit they all about. Well, we're going to observe them, we're going to follow up on the matter, and then cash transfers too. Say now waiting the $800 million where federal government want borrow. And what you could be for that one day there. FG borrows $800 million for mass transit cash transfer. That one day there. Now the other thing we say, this borrowing. Anyway, the current administration don't talk say now continuation now in the next administration hopefully go do. So because I wonder time no day again. So they borrow the money on behalf of the next government probably. So that one day there. Fresh, okay, we don't collect all those ones. All right, all the headlines ready for the Punch newspaper. Bitcoin platform with 1.5 million Nigerian users shuts down. Oh, Bitcoin money. There's a Bitcoin platform with 1.5 million Nigerian users shuts down. Oh, Bitcoin. You get one Bitcoin in the rain, everybody Bitcoin. So Bitcoin platform, I need to check this story. Make I know the name of the platform. It's a Bitcoin platform. We get 1.5 million Nigerian. Now plenty people be this. So say this thing don't shut down. I go check this particular story. Then we see Okada riders on the rampage, kill cop, injured DPO. For where this one they happen? It on top of Punch newspaper. All of this kind of headlines, they sweet at all. At all. Lagos Ibadan Expressway ready. April 30. Drainage delays or your section according to federal government. All of them day there. Then we see the Nation newspaper 7:21. Now waiting time to talk this morning. The big headline for the Nation: Soyinka to Tinubu make power devolution priority. I warned Peter Obi that his supporters would make him lose the election. That one, I waiting day there for Inside of the Nation newspaper. Then we see Okada riders kill policeman in Lagos attack. That one day there. Kai. Then, on top of the nation, Friday, Monday are holidays. Okay. Oh, wow. Easter self. So Friday, that's not tomorrow now, Abi. And then Monday will be 10th holiday. Then according by Ide on top of the Nation newspaper this morning, they say Friday, Monday are public holidays. That one day there. It gets to do with Easter holidays, I believe. 50 million Nigerians to share World Bank's $800 million as petrol subsidy palliative. 50 million Nigerians. 50 million Nigerians to share World Bank palliative, to share World Bank's $800 million as petrol subsidy palliative. That one day there for Nation newspaper this morning. Make I look that particular. You get some headlines where I need to open, Chef. Because when you say 50 million Nigerians, how many Nigerians really they? Maybe gets the criteria, okay? But then that one day there, we're going to check them and scoff our own, not to put eye for these things, and we're going to talk about them sharply as the matter take the be. All right, make we still move. We check them. This one day on top of the Nation newspaper, we talk say 50 million Nigerians to share World Bank's $800 million dollar as petrol subsidy palliative. All right, so the report, the story say no fewer than 50 million Nigerians will receive a share of $800 million in funding from World Bank as post-petroleum subsidy palliative. The federal government yesterday said it's secured the fund to support the poorest of the poor. Wow, poorest of the poor, who will be adversely affected by the imminent subsidy removal. Who be the poorest of the poor? They said the poorest of the poor, now they want support with that money. When they say this particular, they will be adversely affected by the imminent subsidy removal. That means the removal, where they go remove, is coming. It's not, it will be removed. So people where they go, they affected, the poorest of the poor will get that particular support. In line with the Petroleum Industry Act, subsidy is expected to end in June. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed. Okay, so the reason why did they do this one instead of waiting for the incoming government? Now, based on say in line with the Petroleum Subsidy Act, subsidy supposed to end for instead of June. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, talked that the money will be distributed based on the existing register. Based on the existing register. So they're not going to need to update the register. Well, that one day there, she spoke to the reporters at the federal. The report. I said, make I just read this particular story. Make I open and make I see what's in the inside. That one day there, 50 million Nigerians to share World Bank's $800 million as petrol subsidy palliative. That one day there. Obasanjo rides UK court over Ekweremadu. We don't check that one. They don't write them. Say, I beg. APC moves to reconcile Adamu Omishore with Lukman. That one day there. All of them day there. 6 died. 27 million recovered from accident scene in Osun. Trump denounces felony charges against him. That one self day there. All of them this morning for inside of the paper. The Nation. I'm sad to leave Nigeria. Now, so the British High Commissioner they talk, and of course now she and her picture with the picture of the president of the country, President Muhammad Buhari, and their picture I did the cover of the Nation newspaper this morning. Her time don't finish, and she say she did sad. She don't love up. She don't love Nigeria. So as she did come out, she say she did sad. Say she did come out. He did there. On top of the Nation, court suspends LP National Chair, Secretary, others. Leaders battling forgery case. Labour Party. This one there on top of the Nation newspaper this morning. As they take the bill. We on to the next one. We just check them there. We will open the phone lines soon and very soon, shortly. The Daily Times, they here this morning. Where would they see them? The Daily Times, the big headline, FG approves 320 billion naira, 15.3 billion naira for tertiary schools, census ICT gadgets. Then at 320 billion naira for tertiary schools, then 15.3 billion naira for census ICT gadgets. Yes, don't forget the census there around the corner too. Yes, the National Housing and Population Census for inside of the country. You know, say so normally it's supposed to go on for inside of the month of this March. We just come out where March go. It's supposed to happen for inside of this March. We just March come out, but they don't come outside. The NPC, National Population Commission, we don't come outside. Can announce shifts. Say the thing now. Where they schedule them for end of March now go happen for May. It will happen now for instead of May this year. All right. That one day there. So based on how they go, census ICT gadgets 15.3 billion naira. Now waiting federal government don't approve for them, and then 320 billion naira for tertiary schools. That one day there for instead of the Daily Times this morning. Organ trafficking. Obasanjo begs UK on behalf of Ekweremadu. That one day there for inside of the Daily Times too. Shehu Sani to Soyinka. You are wrong about obedience. You are wrong because Soyinka talk say a one bit of be saying obedience go make and lose. But Shehu Sani from Kaduna State, a former senator, he don't come outside they talk to say, well, Senator Shehu, because they say once a senator is not Senator Shehu Sani, Senator Shehu Sani. All right, in talk to say, so Inca they wrong about obedience. That one day there for inside of the matter. All of them for inside of the Daily Times. Which other headline they here? Make we still check them one by one. All of the headlines. Then 102 billion naira oil deliveries. Senate indicts NNPC for lack of transparency. Court bars LP chairman, 3 others from parading themselves as officers. Haba. So, you know, this one now, every tool in your arsenal, everything where you fit use, anything where you fit use. Guadangwa. You know, so LP now don't they the line of fire too. So the court don't bar their chairman, the Labour Party chairman, and 3 other principal officers. Make them know they announce them the officers again. They don't when I come down first of all. 10th NAS Minority Caucus strategizes to uphold democracy. The way they construct the headline, saying a democracy 9-day Minority Caucus they strategize to uphold on top of the 10th National Assembly, and of course many people go agree. Many people fit agree say na democracy that they try to uphold so that go be blanket everything. You know, one party will just take charge of everything, take charge of all the principal offices for the both houses at the federal government and everywhere. You know, so to balance things out, I believe that I'm waiting that they refer to here as upholding democracy. To balance this out, the opinion of views or the votes or the representation of the other people serve, make his still count. Okay, that one day there. All right, we'll make we check the phone lines so that we will start to react to some of these headlines on top of the matter. Waiting paper, they talk. Now, waiting we done the check from 7 o'clock, done they come on top of Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. Super Citizen at Sunrise, now the name of the show. And we done the check the papers. Now, the time for you, Seth, to tell us what you feel about some of these papers. All right, the numbers they there to call 0903 22 29 797. Or if it's still call 0818 22 22 205. And of course, if it's still called 0818-22-22-206. All of them, the numbers to talk to us this morning. Make we hear what you yourself get to yarn on top of the matter. Who there so now this morning? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you there.
This is Isa Shiku calling you from Masaka.
Isa Shiku from Masaka. Welcome.
About this Lai Mohammed bit of terrorism charges. I think Lai Mohammed could have been the best person to be charged for terrorism. But Jonathan, you know their plan. Even the some of them say for if they don't win the election, that Nigeria will catch fire, and nothing was done to them. But now they are.
All right.
They are planning evil. That intimidation cannot stop Peter Obi to pursue his mandate.
All right.
So they cannot intimidate Peter Obi with the terrorists because Peter Obi is not an illiterate. He's more educated than them. So
You
they
know,
is very careful.
well, we don't get skill to gauge who they're more educated. Thank you so much for that one. We don't talk, Miss Achiku. We don't get skill to gauge who they're more educated and who know they're more educated. So that we should go. They careful. Hello, who they decide?
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you there. Who they talk there?
Jerry they talk.
Jerry, morning to you. Make we hear you quickly. Jerry from Outaba Leaf. You make we hear you quickly there.
God bless your heart. Ezemmuo, what Sheikh Usani said is nothing but the truth. Waiting make Labour Party supporters make Obi lose. Obi win Abuja, Obi win Lagos. Even if not that supported rigging will happen in 2023. I don't know whether somebody will talk like that. But only thing is, everybody have your own mind to review. Because Waloke Nka is one of the professors in Nigeria who knows many things, but he got it wrong nowadays. Because person who rigged this election is
Jerry, when you come out on radio and you're talking confidently, say they rigged the election, and they wonder whether you don't do the investigation and you are sure. Do you have if you come out for court now, you can prove that they rigged this election?
I can give you the proof now.
You can prove that they rigged the whole election because you they talk very confidently.
First to rig election is delaying to come in the
now this decision, hold on, Jerry. This decision, whether it is rigged or not, now court go decide them. And right now, then they did no hold on. And right now, then they did process. So if you say allegedly rigged or they say they rigged, no, but they come outside and they talk and say you don't do your own research and you are sure that they rigged the election. That's what I'm saying. Hello, you don't go back. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So that make we stay careful. What we they talk, you understand? We need to be careful so that we not go talk the one who go talk, go all go well. When you say you come out clearly, say the rigam. You need to be careful. Who they decide this morning now?
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you.
And how are you? You don't even remember me. My name is Samuel.
No,
now when they talk about the media just go out and those criminal, not the mass.
Yes. Now you talk those things. So the sponsors, Abby.
Yes. I want to talk quickly about this $800 million when they won't borrow from the World Bank.
Yes.
The first one when they do, there is no permanent rich person, no permanent poor person. Person will reach today, fit poor tomorrow. Understand? So what they do last time during the pilot in 2019, we not say anything there. The Minister of Finance, and the Minister of Women, the color, he will not say anything. I don't even see one person will be saying he talks here, they collect this money. So that one made the diverter to refinery, make a refinery work. Make them not go to the world because that money that chop the one chopper. That's scam they want to do. You don't still do the same. You don't still make the same wild allegation. You say na chop the one chopper, and you don't know. Well, who they decide? I beg. Yes, Jerry, welcome back. Your line been disconnected quickly because of time.
Okay, now let me follow your word. Allegedly, by coming late around 4 o'clock to conduct election, who's supposed to be 8:30?
Okay.
By not uploading visa, who's supposed to upload it for INEC guideline under the act?
Okay, just go to this thing because this question of rigged or no rigged on how it is. We don't talk many times. So just go ahead to your other points. All right.
What I'm saying is that Obi and the Labour Party win this election, but the rig is out. That's my point. Thank you.
Jerry, well, you don't talk your own there. Who they decide?
Morning, Ezemmuo.
Morning to you, my brother. Who they talk there now? They are Maxman, I believe.
Maxman, they call from Apple.
Welcome. I'll hear you quickly. Make we hear you sharply.
You.
Yes.
Federal government say they go share 800 million naira World Bank this thing for 50 million Nigeria.
Yes, you did.
Based on the existing register.
Yes.
So all the people where they suffer, the poorest of the poor of Nigeria, might be there 50 people when they exist for their register.
50
when
million.
they share the money, give those one finish. What of the remaining one? And they say they bring the money come for everybody. If they give those 50 million people to finish, what of the remaining people when they feel they suffer? Like where I did, me I not get. I know many people will not get. Their name not desire register. So how we go do? Yeah, if we want to move this country forward, better make that money when they bring also, make they take a contract before that they say deadline, that is meaning say they don't start the repair, so make they take a job contract, make they add 3 months to that June when they say they go take remove the subsidy, so that make all our refinery they function before they remove the subsidy. That one where they say they want to give people, so they go cut half, put for their pocket, share small, give the other people, and we, when our name not there for the register, we not go get. Are we not Nigerians? I mean, how they won't do us. Thank you.
All right. When you say they go cut half, how they are so?
Good morning.
Morning to you there. Who they talk there?
Yes, my name is Michael. They call from Nasarawa.
Michael from Nasarawa. Welcome. Quickly, make we hear you.
Yes. The one I want to talk is this issue of removal of a subsidy. Can they also tell us what they have in mind in building refinery? Because you cannot just wake up, removal of a subsidy. That is not all we need now. We need, as we are removing this, first of all, build the refinery. You understand?
But they don't tell you about palliatives. They told you about palliatives, and the palliatives. Yes.
Bros, leave this. Where did you see palliative live? Look at the one that happened during the time of COVID-19. They go and study the palliative, the little palliative. How many of us say that's a palliative? We are talking about the one that is going to benefit the majority of all of us, virtually everybody, including the rich and the poor. Not a particular set of people, and then you select maybe two
poorest of the poor. They say poorest of the poor. Are you a poorest of the poor, Michael?
My brother, all of us, everything is hitting her. So,
but they say the poorest of the poor. Are you a poorest of the poor?
I believe in this kind of country that everybody, you understand, will be allowed to be beneficial of what we have in our country. You understand?
All right.
So as a big man are getting it easy, the poor man should also benefit from it. And what we are saying is that let them first of all build the refinery. When they build that refinery, it was so many other things that we're talking about. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much for that already. The thing that for 50 million Nigerians drawn from the poorest of the poor, and then existing register where they. So now what in day there? Who they are so this morning now?
Good morning, Chief Priest.
Morning to you. Quickly, who they talk there?
Yes, Godwin Abuja.
Yes.
Good German in Abuja.
Yes. Godwin Abuja. Welcome, my brother. From where to be your location this morning now? I'm in
central area this morning.
Central area. Welcome, Godwin Abuja. Make we hear you quickly.
Yes, Afenifere and Igbo leaders bicker with Mohammed over treason comment against Obi. Hello?
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Yes, it's a good move because that allegation against Peter Obi over treason felony is a weighty one. And the meaning of treason is priming with the intent of killing or destroying, which will be no get that character. And they won't just rope him down because he's pursuing a cause that is just on his side and the Nigerian populace. And we know that he is fighting a just cause. They should allow him be. Mohammed wouldn't have gone to the United States of America to begin to tarnish the image of Peter Obi. And the Afenifere and the elders rising up to the standard to talk with him or against it I think I'm in support of that. They should really hammer on him. They shouldn't do that. Other Yoruba or pan-Nigerian or Nigerian personalities have said something worse than what they are accusing Obi of having done. Nothing has happened. The Oba of Lagos once said if people don't vote to their own candidate, they will be drawn in the sea. And nothing happened. Buhari, the incumbent president in 2011, made comments baboons and dogs would be soaked in blood. Nothing happened.
All right. It's okay.
Atiku did it into that he would make Jonathan government ungovernable and nothing happened. Why should they believe because of this, just trying to put Nigeria on the limelight?
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Godwin Abuja, for that one. We don't talk this morning. Thank you for your take. Who they decide? Hello.
Ezemmuo.
Good morning to you there. Sharply, who they talk? But just keep on very snappy because of time. Who they talk there? Where they call us from?
I did the calling.
All right. Where they call us from?
Federal Secretariat now.
Federal Secretariat, quickly, because of time.
Yeah. Obasanjo wrote to UK government.
Yes, about it. Yes.
But when Obasanjo was president for 8 years, did he try to even build any specialist hospital in Nigeria?
Did he try to?
To even build any specialist hospital in Nigeria while he was president for 8 years as a civilian, then the other time when he was a military president. Why are we talking about military place? So he wrote and people are now commending. The government will just look at this one. You spent 8 years as a civilian role. Assuming you built your health system, the sector was super. The Kuyamadu will not have cost to come down there to come for a kidney transplant. That one is by the week. Then
yes,
the issue of the Ezemmuo, Lagos was detained for inflammatory.
Yes, he actually noted the headline this morning, but I assume you want to make reference to something. So go ahead quickly.
No, that's exactly. I think you read it half.
No.
This morning now.
About traditional ruler.
And is something Lagos said that was detained for inflammatory distance. Did I get the headline wrong?
You must mistake me. I talk about IPOB. Go ahead quickly. I talk about IPOB. Yes, I update the headline, but not the Ezemmuo. I update the but I must have make. Just go ahead quickly. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you start selecting method to arrest and to punish people, Nigeria will not move forward. I am still insisting. The MPO at this point in Lagos should be arrested. It should be arrested because what he did was trying to. You cannot tell me not to exist in my country. So go to your state, go to your country, go to your region. This is our region. That is slowly. And the man is going up and down. Well, if that man is not arrested and is forward, there's no justice in this country.
Now on say we talk now strong this thing. But then
I should make it sharp.
Yes.
I should make it very sharp.
Now on a very strong this thing we talk. But go ahead.
That's not justice, my brother. Should I start telling you?
Go ahead.
My brother, if I start telling you about the history of this country, you will say it.
No, not be the history of the country. Not be the history of the country. I say make go ahead and tell me. I say make it just make your point. Make it if you start to tell me history, we not go now. Yes.
Let's look at the oil subsidy.
Quickly, yes.
Let's look at the oil subsidy. $800 million, right?
Yes. Loan. World Bank loan. Yes.
For palliative.
Yes.
This government has never been responsible to Nigerians on the issue of that.
On the issue of palliative, I mean?
On the issue of being caring to Nigerians. And that is the responsibility of a responsible government. This government has never done that. Let me give you some instances. The last time Bobo had this discussion and meeting with the federal government when they increased the fuel price. Did you see the outcome? Did you see anything about it? The outcome of their meeting? Federal government said they will buy capacity buses. Did they buy one? Go and have the former minister for transport. But when we talk here, go and have former minister for transport and go and have the former president of NLC.
All right.
Where is the capacity?
All right.
Because government says they will buy.
All right.
But I did not see anything on food.
All right.
At the end of the day, it's like all these international communities, all this Western world, they don't want Nigeria to grow with its oil. They don't want Nigeria to grow with its oil. If you look at during the time of General Gowon, the man tried to.
ID, you don't end up. They tell me the history last.
okay.
Just
may
yes.
I go watch my school uniform? I go.
All right. Thank you. You dey go school. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. We still check. I'm there. 7:47. Now, waiting time to talk this morning on top of the radio. We check waiting paper. They talk all of the headlines. We collect them one by one, and of course, yourself go get to tell us what you feel about the headlines. Good morning. Who they here?
Hello, my brother. Good morning.
Morning to you. Who they talk there?
This is the voice of Kennedy.
Kennedy from Karu.
Yeah, you get it right.
Go ahead, Kennedy.
I heard Obasanjo beg UK for Ikorimadu.
Yes, he wrote to them, UK courts. He made tabla justice with mercy. He did the headline.
Now, where law they work, Obasanjo supposed no say Ikorimadu, a lawmaker for Nigeria. In no law. Thank God, sometimes ago I called, I said, thank God he was not arrested in Nigeria. I don't think by now he would have been, the case would have still been legally. By now it would have been over.
No, but what you go ask yourself now is waiting in due for you go legal jurisdiction. If waiting in due will be illegal there. Waiting our law talk about here. Now what you could say if they arrest them for Nigeria, but
what did he do there with law arrest them? If not for Nigeria, law for not arrest them.
No, I'm saying that you go also consider.
I'm not arguing you.
The jurisdiction.
Agree with you, but I only ask. Yes, I only ask that what he did in UK, that the law they arrested him. If he has done that in Nigeria, wouldn't the law arrest him? It's just a question.
Well,
if yes. If yes, then Obasanjo should go and sleep. Allow him to face the law. Ikorimadu would have sponsored a bill that would have, read such an hospital in Nigeria. And then because some of the rich men we have in Nigeria feels that they have access to going out for treatment. This one is just a case that, let's just say trap catch rats. So we have to hold hand on this one. Let him face the law, and if he's found guilty, let him go to jail. Let him go to jail and face the law. And the one that shoot me, they say Okada rider killed a policeman in Lagos.
Yes,
it's something very bad. It's something very bad. Some of these Okada riders, the truth of the matter is that once you offend one Okada rider, you have offended all. Even in fact, they don't even need to know whether you are at fault or not. Before you know, they will gather you. It's not good. It's not good. It's highly condemnable. I don't buy that idea. Killing a postman on duty is not good. And then I want to ask one simple question. Say some poorest of the poor will be shared. They will be getting support from the palliative. Which parameter are they going to use to get the poor of the poorest?
Well, one of the headlines say existing register. So there's already a register that has that category.
What are those ones that inherited poverty?
Are you a poorest of the poor?
I am not. I'm only asking a question because I know some persons whose name may not be there, but maybe they are even worse than the poor or the poorest that are even in their register.
All right.
So if I am not the poorest of the poorest, wouldn't I benefit from what the federal government is gaining?
Strong question. Yeah, I like the question.
I'll leave it at that.
Thank you so much. Strong question. So if I not be poorest of poor, will I not benefit? So is it the poorest of the poor? Okay, the other people when they're the poorest of the poor, now them go bear the brunt. That question where Kennedy they ask. All right, so that one day they check the time now. We got 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. On how 8 o'clock now we go change the gear and of course I think take one or two more calls before we go round them up very quickly this morning. The message. For WhatsApp, if you send your message, of course, if you send your message for 0818-2222-205, down at the WhatsApp line to send your message, then, of course, you go fit to call us on top of 0818 22 22 206 or 0818 22 22 205. If you still call us on top of 0903 22 29 797. Hello, who did decide now?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, quickly.
This is Michael from Maraba.
Michael from Maraba, welcome. Morning to you, my brother. Make me hear you quickly.
Yes, this palliative of a team.
Yes.
Is a way of siphoning public funds. That thing is not going to work.
You believe so?
Yes, because when you take analysis from during COVID, how was it shared? A point came, people went breaking containers and all these things, bringing them out. Please, they should stop it. They want to use the last avenue to enrich themselves. Then this Obasanjo's letter to U.S. government for this very issue. Well, it's not bad, but you know where the law exists. Like Nigeria, we don't have such things. Had it been we have this kind of law so strong here, it wouldn't have been bad writing on behalf of Ikweremadu. Now, let it be a deterrent to others. Those in the in the Senate and all those that are capable of passing bills. Let it be a lesson to them. I wish UK, US, and other foreign countries we will check the status of the health of those big men going there before they even accept them. Go back to your country. If there is nothing, go and look for herbal teas that your people are drinking in your country. That would have been the best thing they would have been doing. But God bless Nigeria.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless Nigeria. I like how you take Endam on top of the matter. All right, so now here we go, Bumpy. We don't take the calls, them. Now here we go, Bumpy. Now the last call we will take be that on top of waiting paper to talk. Now I tell you, say today will be Thursday, go day very special because tomorrow will be Friday, 8 o'clock. On Scoff, we get how you go take B. Some of the things them, and on Scoff, we get something with the 8:30 when it be say radio drama where we get on board with the 8:30. So all of those things there on Friday. So because of say tomorrow Friday, go get how you go take B, and then make me say today will be Thursday. We will bring the open mic come today. That's why I tell you say today they're very special. So the open mic of tomorrow we go do on today will be number 6 day for inside of April 2023. Today now open mic, all right. Normally in open mic Fridays we get every Friday, but today will be Thursday. We will bring forward the open mic because of the uniqueness of tomorrow. All right, about 6 minutes before 8 o'clock, make I go drink water. On the other side of 8 o'clock, we go talk on top of the big talk on a good morning. And I come back.
With